Hello, everybody, and welcome to another very quiet, not boisterous, not excited, but enthused, filled with enthusiasm mind stiller. Every other week, I offer a new one, and I hope you're enjoying them because I do. I look forward to sharing this time of doing intention and ritual with you because I have found in my life that when you do ritual, it helps to connect with our ancestral ways when we used to be tribal, sitting around the fire and telling stories and passing the talking stick and passing the drum and maybe passing some other potions that connected us to the divine. And then as our civilization grew, we became more formalized and we started having other ways to celebrate the divine and the sacred. And we got away from storytelling and we got away from rituals. And that's what this is all about. Mind stillers are times to still your mind however we can do it. And today I'm going to give you quite a few different variations of how to do that. Because it's that kind of a day. Someday I think to myself, oh, I just want to meditate. I just want to listen to a beautiful bird chirping, or walk along the ocean, or look at a cloud. But today I want to light a fire. And that's symbolic of the fire within us all, our divine yearning to be connected to the spiritual side of ourselves, which is just as important, as many of you know, as your mental and your physical and your economic and your social and your other ways, romantic and devotional. So many different aspects of ourself. When we light a fire, this simple candle, last time I tried it, a match just wouldn't work. Sometimes it's harder to light our fire, but we can always just pretend and use our imagination to light our fire within, to press our third eye, which is symbolic also of the spot where consciousness resides. They actually do brain scans now and find that the brain gets activated in certain areas when we go into stillness, when we get away from fear and anxiety. So we're trying, and we are succeeding by doing it intentionally, to light our fire within and spread the light of love wherever we can. So whether you have a candle or not, just imagine that you have lit your fire of intention with me, along with me. At any time during this mind stiller that you lose connection with what I'm speaking about, this is excellent. Let your mind drift. Let your mind go to a place of stillness, of no thought, if you can, possibly, no anxiety, no apprehension what's going to happen next, or worrying about in the past. This is a moment that we're capturing, this moment right here, and the next moment after that, which is the still part of our existence. We're not going to use logic right now. We are not going to analyze anything. We are simply being love, being fullness, being awakened. Another tool I use is my good friend, crystal. I love crystals. This is a beautiful one that came from my meditation teacher. And it even has a little baby coming out of its side. You can see there, where I feel that that's me attached to the mentor that I use to go as deeply and as highly as I can within the realm of consciousness that's available to we humans. It's always been my desire. I was born that way. And this crystal reminds me, because it's a cluster, it's a conglomerate. It reminds me how we are all connected in consciousness, the oneness of consciousness that is our existence. And I like to name my things. I name my cars. I, of course, name pets. I have nicknames for friends. And this crystal is Lakshmi, who is the goddess of prosperity. Lakshmi. And the prosperity that I'm mainly talking about is the spiritual prosperity, the abundance that we tune into when we let go of fears, when we live dedicated to the moment, whatever is happening, and accept it, and not worry about the past, and not be fearful or anxious about what is coming. I was reading a book review this morning about something that I don't agree with, but I read it because a psychologist was saying that anxiety is good and it makes our brains active and going into realms where it needs to be activated. But my own personal experience about that is any form of anxiety means that I am not comfortable with the moment. And I have trained myself to accept when bad things are happening and do whatever I can, especially prayer or action of some sort. The awareness that something is amiss, the acceptance that it truly is amiss, it's not my imagination, it's not just a one instance happening. And the third step is to take action. And sometimes the action is to take no action, which is to truly live with what is happening. And sometimes the action is to make a change. But we get to decide, and we don't have to obsess. So Lakshmi is going to be here on my little altar right next to me. You can't see it, but you can see the tip. There she is, Lakshmi. And just to let you know, there's all sorts of tools. Let's go into sound. Listening to the resonance of a small gong. Hearing the vibration last its cycle. Intentionally saying, I want my mind to be as still and steady and vibrating with possibilities as a gong is. Sometimes I chant. You know that if you've been following mind stillers. Sometimes I drum. Sometimes I play the chimes. And sometimes we are very quiet when we go within. The quietness of our inner life is so full. It's similar to sitting in a symphonic hall with your eyes closed so you're not distracted by stimulus, and feeling the fullness of vibration, consciousness through sound, and the stillness of our breath. being the orchestra leader, breathing in and breathing out, the orchestra leader says, tuning into the rhythm of our own breath. Whatever that rhythm is, breathing through the nose, feeling joyous that we have life. That is the magic of life, to really feel the privilege, the ever-changing moment of the now that life is. It's endless, it's infinite in variation, but yet when you tune into stilling your mind, it is always very quiet, and you become attuned to subtleties and nuances. And the more still your mind gets, the more aware you become. It's phenomenal. Just try it. If you make a daily practice, especially of stilling your mind, you'll notice that your life changes. You'll hear things that used to just pass you by. You'll see things that you never realized were there. And you'll feel things that are considered aha insights, and they come regularly, bringing you to a more elevated state of awareness as each aha insight reveals itself. Some people use the analogy of peeling the layers off of an onion. The awareness of our human consciousness is total. It's there. We're born with it. But some of us have forgotten and covered it with fear, denial, busyness, not caring, just not focusing on the consciousness that's available to all of us. So as we peel the layers, the outside layers of the onion, more and more and more insights, perceptions, awarenesses, mindfulness, high connection to the divine is revealed, the more we still our mind. It's really quite a journey. And those of you who are just embarking on this journey, it's just a lifelong journey of discovery and continuously having access to this font, this fountain of its wisdom, its inner wisdom. We yogis call it Satchitananda. Sat meaning knowledge, Chid, the light of knowledge, and Ananda, which is bliss. So Satchit Ananda is to have this light of knowledge as our own, and we therefore experience bliss, Satchidananda. The stillness of the moment can be accessed at any time, anywhere, even if you're in a busy meeting and you are upset, let's say, and suddenly you say, oh, I'd like to shift my consciousness, my mood, if you will, although it's much more than a mood. I'd like to shift from being anxious at this meeting to feeling capable and confident and totally in tune with the universe, and that this moment is happening because it's happening. So what I do, as we've done in other mind stillers, is I press my third eye, pretend I'm activating the energy center of our higher forces, the higher chakras, and dedicate the next breath, the next thought to changing from fear to openness, to love. What other word is there for the opposite of fear? Non-fear? Well, that doesn't sound very good. I like love. The opposite of fear and anxiety is love. And once you learn, it's within you, which is called self-love. This is not narcissism. This is recognizing the divine consciousness within all of us. Once you tap your own inner love, it's reflected everywhere. Everywhere. And all this takes place within a matter of moments when you decide to switch gears. Whether you're in a busy meeting, or you're having a difficult day, or just are sick and tired of being not happy. You get to choose. Because our human mind is a reflection of the universe, which some people call God, or divine, or sacred, or higher power. Our human condition is a reflection of what's happening in the entire universe. This is an amazing thing to think about, that we are totally connected to the energy of the divine. We are never separate. We are never lost. We have only forgotten. So we do ritual to remember however we can, whether it's lighting a candle, having a favorite rock or crystal around, listening to a gong, or doing something that I love to do, very gentle drumming. It sounds like a heartbeat. Ancient ones, indigenous people, you drummed a lot, and they still do. Very quietly, to tap that still place within that's connected to our heartbeat and the blood flowing throughout our veins and the breath. The breath. So many ways that we can connect to the sacred. And prayer. Let's offer a prayer to the world together. Oh, great spirit of the universe. That's how I like to address the sacred. Shine your light of consciousness upon us, all the cells of your being, which we are. Bring energy and healing and inspiration and protection wherever it's needed, dear sacred divine one. You know who needs help. I need help. You need help. Offer whatever help you're asking for right now, in this moment, these next moments of stillness. Ask, and then get ready to receive. Ask for anything. Ask for protection. Ask for the healing of this coronavirus that's taken so many lives. Ask for the peaceful resolution of warring factors all throughout the world, and perhaps even in our own families. Ask for courage to change what needs to be changed and to accept what can't be changed with true acceptance. Maybe you'd like to put out a special request for an issue that you're working on privately. How to be more peaceful, how to not be so anxious, to be not so filled with fear, or maybe to do a little more exercising, or to learn how to cook, or to get a new car. Put a request out. Ask the universe to help. And then let it go. Let go whatever you've requested, and let the universe respond. I hope you have a beautiful day. I feel very refreshed. I feel like I've taken a walk in nature, and I haven't even left my house. Ritual transports. Ritual cleanses. Ritual can reset our entire lives if done with sacred intention in a protected environment and shared with great love and great respect, as I offer my love of ritual to you. Be well, my friends.